What's up, everyone? This is Goldilocks, former TNA backstage interviewer, manager, and you're listening to TNA Cross the Line podcast. Thanks for being here.
TNA Wrestling, Cross the Line.
And we're back with episode 140 of the TNA Cross the Line podcast. I am Colling Jr. and with me, as always, is Dallas Gridley. And Dallas, last week, Diamond Dallas Page, bang, made his TNA debut, attacking Raven with the Diamond Cutter, saying that there's unfinished business. I explained potentially what that business could be. I doubt it. It's about the U.S. title in the spring of '98. Could be.
I think it might be, man. What other business do they got? Did like Raven drop out of the hunt for Undertaker's wife with DDP, or maybe Raven was like, "I'm out, bro," and
that's an interesting potential thing.
Maybe Raven was like, "I'm not doing that ain't yo mama's yoga shit with you right now," and then he's mad about that. I don't know. Is DDP even going to wrestle? I don't know.
Right. There's no guarantee. He could pull a Hogan and just be like, you know what? I did this to get more money from the JW. I ain't coming in.
This doesn't work for me, brother. And then he's going to go work WrestleMania 21 in Hollywood. And he's going to fight The Undertaker in a casket match.
Wow. That's some very intriguing potential booking there, but I don't think...
The Undertaker's Revenge. That's what they're calling WrestleMania. I know Taker's Revenge wasn't in your house. It doesn't matter.
I was going to say, right.
I know it was. But at WrestleMania 21, it's WrestleMania 21 goes Hollywood, Undertaker's Revenge, and it's going to be a casket match, him versus DDP, with Sarah at ringside. And maybe Kimberly's there, too, for fun.
Oh.
Maybe they're divorced by now. I have no idea.
I don't think they're divorced yet.
Maybe Undertaker and Sarah are, too. I don't know. You should... Now I'm thinking about it, you should get that.
Sarah.
Anyways, yeah, this is about TNA. Crazy show, man. We have the official name of the group, the Kings of Wrestling.
Kings of Wrestling.
That happened. There was about a 15-minute promo in the beginning of the show relating to that, which I did. I'm gonna blame myself. I did say I wanted a promo-heavy show. I don't know if that's quite the promo we needed for 15 minutes, but what else happened? A bunch. I don't know. I got the card right in front of me. We can do a quick rundown. We do have a lot to talk about before the show, Bob, and a lot of really exciting stuff to discuss. And over the next couple weeks, I think it's only going to keep getting hotter. So let's run down the card real quick from last week, and then we can get going into this show. 3 Live Crew defeated Jason Static, Justin Cage, and Scotty Matthews in about 32 seconds.
Yeah.
More on that in a minute.
Are you kidding me? There's something to come out of that?
Kazarian, Kid Kash, and Michael Shane defeated Hector Garza, LaPark, and Psychosis in a minute 59 seconds. Monty Brown defeated Raven in 4 minutes 14 seconds, and that was because the ref got knocked down with the pounce. And as Raven went for the Raven effect, that is when Diamond Dallas Page came out and hit him with the Diamond Cutter. Chris Sabin defeated Alex Shelley in 2 minutes 13 seconds, and after the match, Petey Williams ran out, went for that destroyer, but Chris Sabin did in fact know a counter for it. He hit the cradle shock and left Petey Williams knocked completely out. Done. Couldn't believe it. And then in the main event, AJ Styles and Jeff Hardy defeated the Naturals in 5 minutes 16 seconds, but after that, the Kings of Wrestling came out and laid them out.
Yeah, they did.
We also saw about 20 packages about Victory Road. A lot of Victory Road packages. So if you're like, wow, those matches seem kind of short in time, they filled the time really good with video packages.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to guess, we're probably going to still see more of that, right?
Yeah, I would have to assume. At least some of it. Well, a lot of these notes relate to the show from last week, and then there's some new stuff. And so it might sound like I'm bouncing around a little bit. And then we have some talk about, what I'm going to say is a very famous TNA video. At least it was, I actually like really, really remember like seeing a lot about it, or seeing it in general. Maybe it's from my DVD. Maybe it's because I watched it. I actually don't really remember. But we'll get to that as well. Okay, well, let's just get right into it, I guess. Brian Alvarez notes that he believes that this is the beginning of the end of TNA because we had the recent big debut of a big money talent like Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Randy Savage, DDP plus talks with Hogan. And he notes that it looks to me like Panda is going to give this a shot with every free agent they can sign. And if it doesn't work out, that's the end. He goes on to say that Nash and Hall made their Impact debut, and Nash went over his allotted time by about 10 minutes.
Get out of here.
Meaning the rest of the show had to be totally rearranged. This was bad for numerous reasons. First, the promo he cut was just about the worst thing I've seen on TV in a long time, as I can remember. As he stood there, seemingly bored out of his skull, talking about how everyone hated him, he never wrestled, and only collected his huge paychecks. Everyone in the locker room was a goof, and so on and so forth. Then a bunch of guys, including BG James and Michael Shane, went ballistic backstage on Bob Ryder because either their match was cut due to time constraints, his entrance was cut when guys are less concerned about the overall well-being of the company, whether they are than whether they get all their shit in. Morale is only going to get worse.
I mean, I can't say I'm surprised.
Right. So that explains the 30-second match. For reference. That's why 3 Live Crew had a 30-second match on TV. I'm going to hold on that for just a second, actually, because that's my big one. I'm going to try to end with that. Let's see here. There's so much stuff, man. I'm just trying to kind of feed through it a little bit. We talked about the Victory Road buys. I know this should have been set up better. Well, let's just talk about some Randy Savage news. So there was certainly speculation, and being wrestling, there would be, that the Hogan Randy Savage thing was a work on their part. Now, we talked in a little bit in depth about what happened. Hogan showed up at Victory Road. Savage was pissed. He quit, blah, blah, blah. So there's speculation that without letting the company know that they worked this. Now, Dave notes that he does not think that it was. And I'd go as far to say that I'm pretty sure on this one. The idea that Savage would walk out just a few hours before showtime, causing them to have to rewrite the entire show, which Savage was prominently figured into, makes me think that isn't the case. Although if it is, nobody believes the company was part of it. So, pretty wild. And it does note that Savage and TNA were back talking on November 10th after he no-showed, and then they came to terms a few days later that Savage would return.
Okay,
so
that would be after the comment that he was beaten up.
Yes. Because that taping was on the 9th. So yeah, pretty kind of crazy stuff going on with that, and we're only going to keep talking more about that as we kind of move forward, because it's gonna be pretty big shit.
Oh yeah.
We talked briefly already about the Pete Williams Chris Sabin X Division title match. Of course, we know he found the counter of the move. I guess that's really all that note is, and we already kind of talked about that, so we don't need to talk about that. There is someone who's asked for the release, Bob. This is going to come as a shock to you, because they were given the release.
So somebody asked for the release and they got it.
Yep.
Am I going to guess?
You don't have to. You probably will never guess this one.
Okay. It's our performer?
Yeah.
Wrestler.
Yeah.
Got it.
It is. Chad Collier. Yes.
I never would have said Chad Collier.
Yeah.
What? Wait a minute. Hang on a minute. I thought he was the one guy that didn't get a contract.
He must have ended up getting one after all. Now, as we know, the company wasn't using him, and he's also lost interest in the company. He was never told that he was booked for Victory Road until he read it on the website, and he had already booked himself on 2 Ring of Honor shows that weekend, which he's more interested at this point in trying to get into WWE, Japan, England, and working Ring of Honor, and leaves for a lengthy tour of England this week.
Yeah, I know. I mean, his style is, I think, kind of more of a Japan style. Or Ring of Honor for them.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. But yeah, he's gone. See you, Chad.
That's hilarious.
We talked briefly on our last episode about Ron Nemi. I think I'm saying that right. I keep saying that, but and his NWA Florida crew, and the issue with the pay and all that. Now, apparently, TNA is back on paying enhancement guys $100, but Ron and his NWA Florida crew have officially pulled out. I kind of teased that, I think, on my note last week, but he said because no pay is being offered, and there's still guys who owed money from the dates, they've worked and are getting a runaround. There's no points in guys missing work for these shows. That's what we talked about last week. And if the money was offered, he'd hope TNA would use his guys. Now, Roderick Strong of NWA Florida may still wind up being used since they like him, and he may be getting a contract. Bill Behrens is booking mainly Wildside guys or Florida guys not affiliated with NWA Florida. The TNA side believes that the $100 is more than fair, since most of these guys work for $25 or so on the weekend shows. Now, the other side of the coin is $100 isn't enough because the local guys are made to look like jokes in front of their hometown fans.
That's true. So they're making $25 for NWA Florida.
I think that's what
it's pretty much the gist of that. And then with TNA, they'd be making $100. I don't care if you're making me look like a fool. I'm fine with it. If I'm making 4 times the amount,
right?
For working
I think that's an important note. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm taking that 100.
Yeah. Why not? Right.
Yeah. Yeah. That just seems pretty obvious to me. I'd almost be more insulted to be paid $25 than nothing.
Here's a couple bucks for you.
Here's a couple bucks. Like literally, here's $25.
Right.
Or here's a 20. It's like, dude, just don't even bother.
Yeah. No, I agree. David Sahadi, who has been producing, as Dave says, the masterpiece videotapes that we've been seeing, the video packages. Mm-hmm. Well, unfortunately, he's leaving December 1st.
He just got there.
Yeah, well, he only agreed to a short-term stint as a tryout. He's working on getting a book published and never wanted to make wrestling the number one thing in his life again after leaving WWE. Now, it's a short-term departure as he could come back as early as January. So you could call it just a vacation if you want, or an extended leave if he comes back a little bit later. So he might come back.
Well, he definitely comes back, though.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure he comes back.
I'm pretty sure he makes wrestling his life again.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does. I'm pretty sure that is most of the stuff that I needed to... Oh, wait. I'll give you this because I kind of teased it and instead of trying to squeeze it into the show somewhere. So I kind of teased a Raven Conan situation.
Yes, you did.
Now, Conan was beat down and stuff like that on the last show. And Raven was also there. So apparently, Dave says it wasn't really much because there was a tease that there was this confrontation. Well, Conan had been hit by the hockey stick on the hand, and he actually thought his hand might have been broken. He was going backstage for ice and bumped into Raven. Raven bumped back. Somehow they had words, and Conan pushed Raven. Monty Brown and Christopher Daniels grabbed Conan, and nothing much happened from there other than the one person there live said Raven flipped off Conan. So it wasn't really much of anything.
This started because they bumped into each other?
Yeah. You like that?
That's great. Getting ice.
Getting ice. Okay. I got one more big one, and I got a couple small things we'll talk about during the show. But are you ready for something I'm very excited to talk about?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So TNA apparently has set up the idea of a reprise of DX invading WCW, as they were going to have.
Oh no! Sorry. Okay.
They were going to have Scott Hall and Kevin Nash invade the WWE Royal Rumble tapings on the November 10th that were held at Universal Studios. Now you're probably thinking, well, what the fuck am I talking about? They filmed an elaborate commercial, and everyone, I remember this commercial a lot. They basically brought in a bunch of big names to reprise the West Side Story, except that it was like the Raw versus SmackDown teams. Where
that was for 2005.
Yeah, I guess so.
Which one is the one when it's like the royalties? That 06?
That's 06, yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
Well, apparently, by the way, just for funsies, this cost them nearly $500,000 to produce, which is absolutely insane on a commercial that's just a couple minutes to remind people about the date. Well, as it turns out, Scott Hall and Kevin...
It's probably a 30-second commercial.
Right. But the production, super high. Well, as it turned out, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash declined the offer, being that they both have limited dates. And we've heard from various sources in the company give the number between 5 and 10 dates total, and that they've already done 3 of them.
Is that when I said 8 dates? That's why you're like, that's an interesting number?
Yes, but hold that thought till next week, I think.
Jeez. So they declined the offer to invade the commercial.
The commercial, yeah. Because they've done 3 dates. Now you're wondering, no, they did not. Technically, the show we're about to watch was taped, and that's their 3rd date.
But isn't it the same taping?
No, they don't.
It's not taped on the same day?
Nope.
Okay.
So, spoiler, we're going to see the Kings of Wrestling. I don't think it should really be that much of a surprise. And so basically, they've already done a couple of dates, and they probably don't want to feel like burning a bridge, right? Well, so David Sahadi put it together and rounded by Tracy, who came with cookies, Abyss, who came with balloons, and Shane Douglas, who came with a microphone, and he wanted to interview Vince McMahon. Conan, Ron Killings, and BG James were also involved and had a white flag with the idea the white flag, balloons, and cookies would show that they were coming in peace. There was some concern among those asked to come that with all the WWE's top stars there, including people like Kurt Angle and Undertaker, that if WWE responded physically, that they were going to be outmanned. Now, Vince was out by himself at one point, and the TNA guys were arguing about whether to ambush him or not because they weren't ready, and they didn't end up doing that. Then they waited for hours for him to come back out, and he never did. Finally, they made the move. When a lot of the wrestlers were there, but they were all wearing wigs, and you couldn't even recognize who they were. And Jericho, for example, was said to have looked like a member of the group, the Stray Cats. Mysterio looked like he was out on an episode of Starsky and Hutch. The guys who came out, like Chris Jericho, Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit, Rey Mysterio, etc., were guys that everyone in wrestling likes, and they ended up just talking. Randy Orton and Heidenreich came out, and they were nice to all the TNA guys. So the idea of some big confrontation fell apart. The only confirmation footage was when, I'm going to mess up his name, it's John from Tough Enough, John Big, Gabrick or something. I don't know.
Yeah, John G.
He came out and he was pissed. And it was said so was Vince. Dave says here that I'd say WWE had a right to be pissed, except that what comes around goes around, and they once they apparently threatened a lawsuit if the footage wasn't given to them, they came across like crybabies. So this keeps going. This is pretty elaborate. This whole thing. They ended up filing a complaint with Universal, even though TNA technically did its filming in an adjacent catering area. And John G told the TNA guys that if any of the footage is ever used, that WWE would sue them. Sahadi kept filming anyway. And when John G there talked about suing, the TNA guys called up Jerry Jarrett, and he said he has lawyers too, and to keep filming. I don't know what form this will take, Dave says, or if any of the footage will end up airing. I was told that whatever TNA was trying to accomplish ended up as more of a joke than anything. The next day, WWE Intellectual Property VP. I'm just going to call her Bella. I don't need to mess up her last name. She sent TNA a letter that to avoid legal action, TNA needed to not only agree to never use the video footage, but to surrender the footage to WWE within 7 business days. And as of this week, they have not done that. While most accounts were that TNA's attempt to recreate the DX invading Nitro was completely lame, Dave says, I can't even believe how lame WWE's response is for anyone who has the slightest memory of 1998. And basically, he mentions how he goes, remember how WWF cried when Bruce Pritchard and company were told to stop filming at CNN Center, or when WCW called security on the WWF was filming at WCW corporate offices, and how they made fun of it on air. So, pretty wild stuff here, man.
Yeah, I mean, I remember hearing about that, or reading up about it, I think, on various wrestling news sites. I don't think I even thought it was real.
It sounds very made up.
I mean, Abyss with white balloons.
Just like why
in full gear? Like, I'm assuming his full outfit.
Right.
So that just seems weird. So.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Because it's like, what is that? Like, what? When I saw that this was reported here, I was like, here we go. Like, oh my God. I mean, it's just like one of those things that is just like so crazy. I can't even like think about it.
Yeah, I mean, the problem too is that I don't think it would have done anything for TNA if they air it, because again, the context is super important here. When I think when DX invaded WCW show, I mean, they were still pretty close in the ratings. I think WWE had surpassed them by that point, but like, it was still insane numbers. I mean, we're on a Friday afternoon, lucky to get 100,000 people to watch our show, if that. And then we're gonna invade, and we're gonna invade the thing. I don't think that makes sense.
No, I mean, it's like the joke that they were like trying to like make it seem like the thing, and like they wanted a confrontation, but like to me, this is set up as if it was supposed to be a joke, and that's how it turned out. So I feel like it almost turned out kind of maybe how they wanted.
Yeah. No, I mean, I would take it as an attempted joke.
Yeah, I think so too. And I mean, I guess this one's kind of related, but to a degree. But apparently, a WWE performer was talking with TNA management and told them that virtually the entire WWE dressing room wants them to succeed, which shows that they must have smarted up, since a great percentage were happy when WCW went down. But basically, this person said that everyone wanted an option if they wanted to leave.
Anytime you have competition, it's good for you. It's good for you.
That's right.
Because if your contract is up and you have any sort of value, and WWE wants to keep you, instead of being like, "Hey, you're making 300, well, now I'm going to offer you 175." No, because you can just like, "Well, I'll just go to Impact."
Right. No, definitely.
You know, I'll work Impact and work the Indies and maybe make close to what I'm making now. So screw you.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's the same thing now with AEW. Like, people that shit on AEW, if that ever goes away, now you're back to one.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
Even though I know Impact is on TV and stuff, but come on.
Well, it's a little different now.
Yeah,
we have to admit that. I mean, it's just the truth. That is all my pre-show notes. So it's getting a little crazy. It's getting a little spicy, like I said, and it's only going to get more. And I know I keep teasing it. Next week, there's some more stuff.
I can't. I mean, I'm going to forget that you're teasing all this stuff, but I look forward to it. I want to point out, though, that John G guy, he ends up working for Impact.
Is he the one who does?
Yeah.
Well, then there you go.
I'm pretty sure he was involved with that whole like gut check thing.
Oh, yeah.
On
okay.
TV.
No, I think I didn't like that.
I don't like him anyway. He always bugged me on Tough Enough. So.
And maybe I hated gut check because fucking Bruce Pritchard was involved too. Who knows?
Yes, he was. Yeah.
So fuck that.
Um,
Before we get into the show, Bob, We do have to talk about Explosion and some dark matches really quick, because, this is just what happens during these shows.
Of course.
So this aired, Explosion number 104, according to Cage Match, aired the day after, so November 20th, 2004. And it featured 3 matches. And then there's also a dark match, so hang tight. 3 Live Crew, all 3 of them, defeated Alex Shelley and the Naturals. For some reason, I can see Alex Shelley hanging out with the Naturals.
Sure.
I can see that vibe. Chris Sabin defeated Kid Romeo. And then Monty Brown defeated a pest whose name that we're not going to say on the show, who we've seen on Impact before.
Fuck that guy. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't need to say no more than that. And then we have one dark match that did not air on Explosion, and that is, you guessed it, Bob, Titus, the former Ryan Wilson, defeating Dallas.
What?
Yeah, I don't understand that, to be honest with you, but
and I want to point about I listen to some other TNA podcasts just to see how other people think. We're not the only podcast that refuses to say his name.
Well, look at that. That's good to know.
That is good shit. The
Support.
less you say the name, the less he's known, and we can just forget that he ever existed.
I usually do forget he exists until I see his name again.
Yeah.
So fuck him.
All right, let's get into the November 19th, 2004 edition of Impact. I almost said Monday Night Raw, and I don't know why. I'm going to count down from 3 when I say play. That's when you want to follow along. And if you want to follow along, head over to the Impact Plus app or find it in your own personal collection like myself. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, play.
We're starting off with our little intro here. And Bob, like I said, I do have a couple small notes to talk about during the show. So I'm assuming we'll have plenty of video package time.
What is this?
Jeff Jarrett, Kevin Nash, and Scott Hall. It looks like 3 Live Crew was put into an ambulance. Dude, is this not NWO-esque?
Kevin Nash. Oh, they doing the great junior
Amazing
thing
Brad.
with.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Just reliving all of the major spots from 8 years ago.
Amazing Red dived out of the studio, the production truck, and then Kevin Nash lawn darted him into the trailer.
Oh my goodness!
What a spot for Red! Damn it!
That's amazing.
Wow!
I can't believe it.
So we did that, and now we're getting highlights from what happened last week. Wow, dude. Okay.
That's just the one thing that's gonna bug me is are we just recycling the same shit that was better 8 years ago?
And Jarrett's the Hogan now.
Well, that's not better. That's I'm saying better, and that's not better than.
Who's in the limo?
That's Diamond Dallas Page.
What now? Okay, this is an important question. Do you like the shock surprise of DDP on an Impact show versus pay-per-view? Remember, we were thinking he was going to be on Piper's Pit.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're going to do that, you're probably better off just doing it on.
It makes it feel wait, I'm going to need to tune into this to see what's going to happen.
Right. Yeah,
I missed a big moment.
That's the formula of Nitro. I can't miss the show. So if you kind of incorporate that with Impact, and I don't mind that it's on TV. Because I guess I would have seen it at Victory Road if I ordered it. Because I did order it. But a bigger audience, I don't think would necessarily see it.
Right. Still going on this highlight. We're just seeing the Kings of Wrestling destroy Styles and Jeff Hardy. Now apparently they've taken out 3 Live Crew.
I mean, if they have any TV date, I feel like a TV match with 3 Live Crew, Conan, and BG James would make sense now. So.
Oh, yeah. And here's our intro. Because I'm going to pay attention to because you mentioned that you thought it was different here in the beginning. Different footage.
Just in terms of the footage that they're showing of the guys doing the moves.
I would assume it'd have to be.
It looked different.
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe
It's
not.
fucking Sabu. Why do they have Sabu in there?
That's what I'm saying. Like, was Sabu in there before?
I don't know.
Just
Uh,
ignore me. I don't know what I'm talking
Bob, how many people do you think are in the Impact Zone tonight?
about. I think a solid 450.
Well, you're going to be real shocked to find out that we are full again. 850.
850 people. Oh, it's because of Hall, Nash, and Page, baby.
It's gotta, dude. It's
It
gotta
has
be.
to be, right?
We are full. And wow, is it not a Impact show if we don't start off with the King of the Mountain, Jeff Jarrett?
Okay, see, now, here's
Oh, he's
the
in
thing.
reindeer.
If we start off like this every show, I might have a problem. Oh, wait, is he wrestling?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's in gear and he's with Scott Hall and Kevin Nash.
Yeah, okay. They might be wrestling then. Is Scott Hall wearing a TNA shirt?
Yeah, after they said they were going to take over the company and own it.
Yeah, now he's like supporting it. Like what?
I hate that shit.
That drives me nuts. It's like, don't do that. Whatever. It's all about the power.
Scott Hall was like, wait, let's go over here. He grabbed Kevin Nash's arm. Uh-oh. They're going to say the commentator's table?
You're not great. Slap nuts.
Nope.
Speaking of slap nuts, I can't remember the last time he said slap nuts prior to when he said it on AEW when he debuted. Whoa,
He never says that.
Enhancement entrance.
J-Rock.
J-Rock. Now, Dallas, I don't know if you remember, but J-Rock was the guy that I had mentioned that a promoter for IWC wanted to have him and Ray Rowe team up as the Rock and Roll Express.
Yeah. I love it.
That's my indie notes for J-Rock. He is primarily, from what I've seen, wrestling for the International Wrestling Cartel, based out of Pennsylvania area. Some notable matches here. He lost to Jim Duggan back in July 2nd. And then on November 6th, he lost to T. Ranchula. It's gone wild.
Wait a second. T. Ranchula?
T. Ranchula.
Wow. Yeah. Dude, indie names are the best.
They're the best.
The match has officially just started. Jarrett attacked J-Rock outside the ring with a chair even. I don't know if anyone beats Mr. Spa Fitness yet, but T. Right. Ranchula might be my second favorite now.
That's up there. This isn't. I mean, J-Rock he's been on Explosion.
Yes, we've definitely seen this name before.
Tennessee days, yeah. So
look at Mike Tenay sitting between Scott Hall and Kevin Nash.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, the number one move in TNA wrestling.
This guy already. Come on, J-Rock. Damn it.
Well, you took it pretty good.
Well, you know what? It's $100.
Now, this is definitely before Kevin Nash's incredible commentary that he does years later.
Yeah.
With Booker T.
Right. No surprises. Nash cut his hair.
I like short hair, gray hair Kevin Nash.
I agree. But he definitely, I mean, I'm not losing my mind. He cut his hair.
Wait a second. Kevin Nash did no surprises, and here's a limo.
Oh, sounds like a surprise. Who's going to be? Oh, wait, that's your orange.
They're yelling, get out of that shot. So we're almost teasing that someone's coming for the outsiders. Could it be someone they left in a pool of their own blood in the parking lot?
Yeah, who knows? Who? Oh my God! I feel like every episode now is gonna be like, who's in the limo?
Oh, you think they're gonna do that crap?
I hope not. But at this rate, every time someone comes out of a limo, it's a WCW guy.
Okay, so who's next? Roadblock?
No, it's you. You already said it. Who's next?
Oh. Oh. Could it be?
Who's that? Goldberg.
We're seeing the Petey Williams, Chris Sabin situation. So they had the same video package where he's like, I know the counter, except now we have the video of the counter.
Of the proof, yeah.
So we know 2 matches at Turning Point officially. X Division title and the tag team steel cage match. Speaking of, Daniels in primetime behind a cage.
With a truck with its lights on. Is that Dusty's truck?
And
we haven't even seen Dusty since he won the job.
That's so weird. What exactly is Triple X thinking? When is AEW going to get through their thick skulls that we're the better team? We were the last team standing. They still think they can beat us?
Just not sure. They didn't win.
Are they actually inside of the 6 sides of steel? Like in the parking lot?
Oh, yeah. They open up the cage and set it down in the inside of the cage.
Did he just break an apple on the cage?
Sure did. He raked it. Cliche.
Oh, they just opened it. Dude, it's literally the 6 sides of steel in the parking lot.
Are they going to have a brawl? That's kind of unique.
Whoa.
They set up a cage in the parking lot and said, come on here.
Wait a
this
second.
Is the NYC.
The NYC, but TNA just said it's Scott Hall and Kevin Nash are still on commentary.
They are. Are they doing the whole show?
No way.
I don't
We're
hate
gonna
that.
see if A&W answers the challenge. What in the world?
Speaking of A&W, here they come. That's so funny. Oh shit, Jarrett's there too.
Here comes America's Wanted. This is like their signature look.
I would say so.
I mean, Harris has the handcuffs in his hand after he was handcuffed just a few weeks ago. They both got long jackets on, sunglasses, cowboy hat. I mean, this is like top tier America's Most Wanted.
This is like AMW. Hey, we're like legit stars.
Yeah.
Like if you had any doubt, I mean, we have the look. We're good.
NYC immediately going after Harris.
Yeah,
for
Swinging Birdie double teaming. I think that is Harris, right? Yeah.
Jeff Jarrett's over there yelling too.
Yeah, he's yelling off the mic, so it's just annoying sound. Oh, Swinger going for a pedigree.
Super kick.
Birdie had gets super kicked first by Storm.
Nice super kick too. Really nice. Now Swinger whips into the corner. Irish whip Storm into the corner. And what are you about to do? Oh, out of the corner, running Bulldog. This looks like it's about to end in about a minute or so.
Yeah.
Which I think is disappointing because they really hyped up the NYC like coming back, and then we're just gonna like beat them up. But the assisted crossbody, and then Trinity hurricane around in the ring. No, Harris stops it, and then he picks her up.
The only reason I would be bummed if NYC lost is because of Swinger. I like Swinger. Gilberti can lose in 45 seconds. I don't care.
Wait, Jarrett and James Storm going face to face here.
Is he gonna? Oh, Storm punched Jarrett. Hall and Nash, are they gonna get in?
Oh shit, dude! Wait a second. Hold on. The Outsiders and America's Most Wanted. Wait, they were teasing that's why they signed. Remember that they would beat them for the titles. Are we kind of getting closer to that being a reality?
Disqualification.
With the real life crew's injured and they're the champions. Bob, I think we're kind of setting up for this.
Well, so the Outsiders would have to beat through they're gonna throw them in the cage for Triple X.
Oh shit.
Oh fuck. Oh no.
Wait, I like this. I like what's happening. Even the NYC's out here. And look.
This is good.
They did. They threw him in the cage and now they're closing it.
That's good.
Oh wow.
That's good. That's good.
There's a second limo here.
Dallas, what the hell?
Bob, what's happening on this show? Is there about to be some major stuff happening?
White and black limos. Is the white a good guy and the black is bad?
Yeah. Wait, Shane Douglas is saying, guys, there's another limo here.
Sean
Waltman. Limo.
Sean Waltman. It's
And
gotta be.
maybe and if it is, he's gonna be against them.
No, he's got to be with them.
No, he's gonna be against them. He's not joining them.
Come on.
It's a swerve, bro.
Swerve, bro.
Stop.
No,
I know
he's not
wrestling.
even here. He's not even here anymore. There's no
I know
swerves.
wrestling.
He's not here anymore.
We got a highlight package. And this is what I was just talking about, where they eventually hear handcuff Harris, which I think is what he didn't carry around handcuffs before he was handcuffed to the ropes, was he? Or to each other like that?
Oh, I don't think so.
So I think that's kind of maybe why he started doing it. December the 5th. I like that when they talk about the cage match, now they're showing like from the Best Damn Wrestling Event period cage. They're barely showing like other stuff. It's mostly from that show.
No, they were showing naturals.
No, they just did. But the first 3 shots were from Hardy. And look, there it is again with the logo in the middle.
Well, I wonder if they kind of avoid Asylum stuff because of the difference in production.
I do. Look at Nash is in the production truck. No more surprises. Kev, are you going to tell these guys how to run a show? Kevin Nash says, yeah, I'm running the show. Hey, don't put your damn hand on me. If you do, I'm going to sue you. You see the fingers? Ooh, he's going to sue us. Now we're going through the PD and Chris Sabin thing again. But this is like Sabin's music playing in the background too.
Yeah.
This is more of a highlight of what happened last week versus just the same package. He countered it! Now, if you're following along at home, we're at 15 minutes and 12 seconds. It's pretty, actually. See, this first 15 minutes, way more exciting than last episode. Because right now, we would have just ended that promo. Mikey Batts and Jarrett Clark back.
We have matching T-shirts and gear.
They're an official tag team now, Bob. Let's be real, though. They did beat the tag team champions once. They deserve a shot. Those aren't even cut shirts. Those are like printed on something that's already. They're like gym. What do they call those? It's like
a cut tank top.
Yeah, it's weird.
Jarrett Clark has a couple of indie notes. Back on November 12th, he defeated the Insane Dragon for FIP's Fallout. And then the next day, he teamed up with Insane Dragon to lose to DP Associates, which was Eddie Vegas and Jimmy Rave for FIP's Fallout Night 2. Mikey Batts, guess what? He was also on those Fallout shows. November 12th, he lost to Roderick Strong. And then on the November 13th show, he defeated Don Juan.
Don Juan. We have Bobby Roode and Petey Williams versus Batts and Jarrett Clark here.
This could be a good match. If it was given proper time. I truly doubt. Oh, okay. So more just sends Clark into the railing back first. Mikey Batts, a hater of anything Harry Potter, elbows Roode in the corner and runs into a shoulder block. Roode now hammering away on Mikey Batts. Sends him into the ropes, and there's a knee lift to the midsection.
Fun little stat there by Don West. He says, nobody in TNA has held the X Division title as long as Chris Sabin.
Is that combined or around one reign?
He did not elaborate.
No?
I took that as like he had the longest reign. I don't know if that's accurate or not at this point.
Well, sometimes like commentators will say that, but then it's like the guy did hold it 8 times. So
we're seeing the Kings of Wrestling. They're taking over the show.
They want to have their video package shown. No, PDM standing on Mikey Batts' groin.
Oh, Canada! As Bobby Roode does his hand on his heart. Love it.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do when your national anthem is playing. Take your hat off.
Jesus Christ.
And then...
you can do whatever you want. I don't really care.
That's true. Oh, no. Petey was set into Rude's foot. Mikey going for a wheelbarrow stunner.
Oh.
Hey,
and there's Chris Sabin.
Here comes Jarrett Clark, Mr. 630. Petey wants a timeout, which I don't think that's allowed. Drop kick by Rude.
Whoa. That was nice by Jarrett Clark. I want to see Mr. 630 hit that. Oh.
Handspring corkscrew splash.
Whoa, that was awesome.
Oh, Rude made the save. I like Jarrett Clark.
That was really cool. Bobby Roode. Okay, wheelbarrow to Mikey Bats. Oh, going for something, and he just throws him outside the ring and crashes to the floor. Hurts his butt cheek. P. William off the rope. Nope. Kicks him. Oh, big left arm lariat to the back of the head of Jarrett Clark. And P. Williams looks like he's going for the destroyer. He's pointing at Sabin.
Terrell with another cell.
Love it. And that's it.
Just under 3 minutes. 2:46, I think, was the runtime for that. Yeah, great. So Sabin can just be like, hey, man, I countered it, remember? What's he doing? He's telling him to leave. He wants him. Come out here. Sabin's like, okay. Should I do it? Did they leave yet? Oh, and here he goes. Is he going to counter it a second time?
Oh, I don't know.
He just countered a boot. Oh, no. Well, see, Rude's there still, though. He doesn't have his legs.
Oh, he's going for the cradle shock, but look at he did.
No, he
countered
did
the destroyer again.
Oh, I don't like this. Now you're doing it too much. Now you're kind of making it look. See.
He did it again.
All right. I'm not gonna let that bother me. That's right.
A third limo.
Oh my God! What are we doing? Jesus.
That license plate said Showtime.
So they're teasing Sting. All right, Sting, Sean Waltman.
That's what the thing said. I'm just saying. I read the license plate. It says Showtime.
Okay, so we got Sting and we have Sean Waltman. Who's the last one?
Hogan.
Could you imagine?
I feel like they want us to think one's Randy Savage.
Buff.
Buff is the stuff. Okay, so interesting though about that license plate is if I didn't look at it, they didn't say nothing on commentary. I don't think I heard. So I think that's kind of fun because you had to like see the little Easter egg and be like, oh, wait a second. But at the same time, that's I think why that one was backing in.
Right. They're really promoting the Sabin Williams match.
You'd think it was the main event on the pay-per-view.
They're really making this seem like a big deal. I mean, we potentially don't have a world title match, and this is the next best second.
That's true.
Title.
Okay, we're here, but Kevin Nash is looking at the limos. We're with Shane Douglas, and no one is clearly in that one. Nope, Scott Hall looked in the other one. Double J, we came out empty-handed. No one is in the limos. I think we need to make a statement.
No lawsuits.
He goes, no lawsuits, and he goes, I might sue somebody. There's going to be punitive damages. So I'm just saying, those might be little inside jokes to what we were just talking about before the show.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Now we're taking a look back. It looks like about DDP's debut here. Oh, dude, I got notes I can be talking about. I'm just like so hooked on this stuff.
Yeah, what are you waiting for?
Apparently there's a talk of doing a Piper and Jimmy Snuka doing a tag team match in January or February on the pay-per-view.
You are lying.
No.
You are absolutely lying to me right now.
No. I don't have any more details, but there's talk. It's also being said that both the December 5th and the January 16th pay-per-views are both scheduled in Orlando.
What's the date for January?
16th.
Okay. So that one will be a few more weeks in between than this one in Victory Road.
What the fuck is that?
What is on his head?
Raven is coming out here, and he has like a Roman Emperor helmet on. Not a good look, Raven. It was a good try.
No, yeah, this does not fit the Raven character at all. Oh, is that Johnny B. Bad's music?
Oh boy.
Freaking Raven and Johnny B. Bad.
Get out of here.
What is going on? This show is so weird right now. This is not even remotely close to the same TNA from 2003.
This is wild.
This is just so weird. Hey, you want to have a good X Division match or like some random indie guys you might know, but then also a piece of like WCW 96? Well, here you are, because this is perfect.
He's got the Bad Blaster. Did he ever come out and not do the Bad Blaster? Like tease him and like, nah, I ain't doing it.
Oh, no. Man.
That would have been a good heel Johnny B. Bad, right?
Oh, yeah.
Come out, and he's like, I'm going to do it, and then he doesn't do it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there might have been a time where like it malfunctioned and didn't do it, but he didn't like purposely.
I'm sure that happened. I like that it's just a confetti cannon.
Yeah, there's nothing of significance in there.
Okay, Raven immediately goes after Johnny. This is not a match I'd ever guessed that we would see, especially in TNA.
Yeah.
I feel like Raven's in slow motion right now. I don't know why. I feel like his kicks and stuff looked really slow.
Is Don West saying that Johnny Bad is a breath of fresh air?
I think maybe he just said that.
They messed up a bulldog there. I think Johnny fell down too soon. But that's all right.
They want Raven the crowd wants Raven to give him the Russian leg sweep into the guardrail over there.
No, do they? Is that what they're chanting for?
They're over here. They're pointing at the guardrail.
Yeah. Deliver a subpar side Russian leg sweep into our railing. Would be great. Head scissor. Tells her a head scissor there by Johnny.
High knee lift.
That wasn't that great.
Yeah, I mean, you know. Fighting in the corner.
Are looking weird. Not like they're looking like soft.
You think it's safe to say that we're definitely going to see Diamond Dallas Page in this?
Oh
my God! Oh,
I knew
God.
as soon as he jumped that was not going to be good, and he landed right on his head.
It's supposed to be like a top rope kind of Hurricane Rana, but it was not. Like,
he
also was under the arms.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Oh God!
He just had Bud Andrew Thomas. Of course,
he super kicked Johnny B. Bad, who bumped into Andrew Thomas. Even flow DDT.
Yep. Is DDP coming out? Yeah, there he is. I've got
taking his sweet ass time.
And Raven, of course, is going to be absolutely oblivious. And yes, turn around, and there's the card.
Diamond cutter. Bang! Bang!
Bang!
Oh, he did suck it.
Yeah, suck it. Johnny B. Bad crawling over. That guy's got a nice DDP shirt on from 98, probably. Andrew Thomas gets kicked, and that wakes him up. And 1, 2, 3.
Oh my God!
Johnny B. Bad just defeated Raven.
Oh my God!
That was not a good showing for Johnny B. Bad. So
yeah, which is interesting because the last 2 matches we saw him in, he wasn't bad. This one he doesn't work very well with Raven. That's okay.
Yeah, that was just bad.
Well, we got another video package here, Bob, so I'll give you a note. NWA Mid-Atlantic announced a January 19th and January 29th tour of South Korea with, you guessed it, Jeff Jarrett, AJ Styles, and Dusty Rhodes as the top names. Now, this would cause them, if it's true, to miss the January 25th taping in Orlando. All three are also scheduled on January 29th for the IWA Wrestle Reunion in Tampa, put on by Rob Russin. So somebody has their dates wrong.
Well, I mean, if they have to miss one taping, I'm sure they can figure something out. No.
Turning Point.
December 5th live. Only on pay-per-view.
DDP in the parking lot. Oh, wait, he's getting into one of the limos.
Wait, that was one of his limos.
Got a question to ask him. Shane Douglas. What's going on between you and Raven? You want to know why I've been tormenting Raven?
It's tormenting. It's been 2 weeks.
That trash has been living in his head rent-free for 2.5 years. Shane Douglas says, what the hell are you talking about? If you really want to know, why don't you ask the Raven? Hey, Rave. Rent's due.
Raven's been living in his head rent-free for 2.5 years.
And the rent's due.
And rent's due. Okay, so, like, why? I don't understand that.
That's the point, Bob. We're not supposed to get it yet.
For 2.5 years?
So that brings us to
June 2002.
Pretty interesting timeline to figure that one out.
Yeah, but like, what did he do though? Because like Raven wasn't even in TNA by June of 2002.
Maybe after he beat him in 98, he like stopped thinking about him for a while, and then all of a sudden, June 2002, he was like, "Wait a fucking minute, I hate him."
I mean, Raven never has said anything about DDP, right?
He maybe did a shoot interview and he didn't like it.
Oh, it could have been a shoot interview.
Oh, well, we got Abyss now facing off against Kevin Jones. I've been waiting for this match all night. We're at 30 minutes, 30 seconds now.
There's one indie note here for Mr. Abyss. Oh my gosh, this is kind of funny. On November 12th, Abyss teamed up with Evil Shark Boy in a losing effort against Nate Webb and Shark Boy in a
wait a second.
In a tag team tables match.
Wait, who's Evil Shark Boy?
Let me click on it. A guy named Jimmy Turner.
Damn it, I need to know more right now. Wait a second, there's an evil figure watching in the rafters.
That tables match, by the way, was for BPW in Middletown, Ohio.
Abyss. I was thinking, Shark Boy did like an evil. Wait, he used the pounce to Kevin Jones.
Well, I feel like we know our next match for Turning Point.
Right. So I was thinking, because he picked him up for the Black Hole Slam, and now he covered him after he did the pounce. He pins him. Yeah. I thought you were gonna say Shark Boy was Evil Shark Boy, and then you said they fought Shark Boy, and I was like, hold on.
Right. Yeah.
Andrew Thomas just counted the pin again for him. He wanted to really prove that he did it.
A 6 count. That's unique. Uh-oh. Oh, no. This guy is going to go on to thumbtacks for $100. You better get a little bonus here. You better get a couple extra bucks.
$110. He's got a bag of tacks. What we're assuming are tacks. We don't really know.
Is it glass?
Could be glass.
Is it Legos? Legos might be more painful than tacks. Oh, no, it's tacks. I don't think he's going to do that. I think Monty Brown's about to come out.
Yeah, probably. But he's going to go for the Alpha Bomb? Oh, chair shot by the Alpha Male. Are they going to put Abyss in the thumbtacks on a random impact right now?
No.
For the Alpha Bomb? Oh, pushes Monty Brown in the corner. Clothesline by the Alpha Male.
Ooh, wow. So they dumped all those tacks for nothing.
Wait, Shane Douglas is with Raven.
Keep him up.
Shane Douglas goes, calm down, Raven. I've known you for a long time. He goes, what's going on? DDP, how dare you lay your grubby paws on a deity like myself? Turning point's a place. DDP, you should have stayed retired. Oh, it's not the cutter, it's the Raven effect. He's doing lots of rhymes. You never cross Raven in his home. Goodbye, Paige. Welcome to the Terradome. Oh, passionate. Screaming.
Dallas, I think I might have figured out what he was referencing.
What is it?
Well, it's not from 2002, but maybe he's blaming Raven for his separation from Kimberly Page. That happened on July 3rd, 2004.
Oh, really?
Yeah, maybe that's the tie-in.
Ooh. We're getting dirty.
Also, Paige's current wife's first name is Paige. So she is Paige Page.
Oh, my God.
Because he changed his name to Dallas Page in 2003. So.
Wow.
That's,
what was his name before?
Well, his first... Okay, so he was born Page Joseph Falkenberg.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Now he's just Dallas Page.
When I met DDP, he signed my promo. Great name.
Great name.
Great name. Bang.
Bang. That's funny.
Hey, Dusty Rhodes is back.
Oh, I didn't think that was right now. I thought that was like...
So did I.
Other name.
Yeah, he was just in the ring. No entrance. Oh, Dusty says, I want to see the footage. You know what I'm talking about. Let's talk about Turning Point. Talking about Triple X America's Most Wanted, 6 Heads of Steel. Let's finish it once and for all. So Dusty is going to raise the bar a little bit. Ooh, a stipulation. Yeah. The team that loses cannot wrestle together ever again in TNA. Interesting.
I don't know if I've ever liked those stipulations because they never hold true.
So I was talking about the Kings of Wrestling. Scott Hall, Jeff Jarrett, Kevin Nash. If you don't stop this thing now. Okay, so they're going to continue to do it if they don't stop it. This is the new sex storyline. They're going to strangle TNA. He goes, if 10 guys want to jump him, you don't need no contract from me. Go ahead and do it. So he's calling for people to stop him. Wait. He's got someone here tonight for the Kings of Wrestling. He's going to be in this building, in this ring, in this house. And that's the Dream Gospel. Okay.
It's got to be Macho.
Oh. They were just saying that Dusty was in limo number 2.
Okay, so it's DDP and Dusty. Okay.
We're doing a Piper's Pit recap about. We're probably teasing that tag team match with Snuka and Piper. The match that Bob really is dying to see.
I mean, I think it would be a good match. I just think the way that we've gotten to it is just kind of ridiculous.
You don't think? Wait, you think that if Jimmy Snuka Do you think it's going to be Jimmy Snuka and Piper versus Kid Kash and Kazarian?
Well, I'm sure that. Well, because Piper's condemned what Cash has done, so I would imagine that in Cash's corner it would be Piper and Snuka, in Dutt's corner, and in Cash's corner it would be Michael Shane and Kazarian.
Speak of the devil.
See, I must know what I'm talking about. Is he going to be Matt Bentley or is he Michael Shane?
What?
I say Michael Shane.
Yeah. Well, they're laying Tracy right now. She's getting laid by Kazarian and Michael Shane.
Let's see.
Okay, we'll never know, dude. There's no. Oh,
there you go. Michael Shane and Tracy and Kazarian.
Flowy hair Kazarian is really funny to me. Here comes Kid Kash. Speaking of Kid Kash, apparently he's been behaving. And in the dressing room, Bob, he now spends a lot of his time with his college book studying how to be a chiropractor.
Ah. Well, good. He's taking that energy towards something positive.
Right. And Dave says you can't knock him for having foresight, kind of teasing the fact that
he might be fired.
Yeah, TNA is. Here comes Sonjay Dutt. Hey, and speaking of Sonjay Dutt, Bob, and who's he with? He's with Hector Garza and Sonny Siaki.
Sonny Siaki.
Apparently, the Washington Post had a story on Dutt, largely because he's a senior at George Washington University. And in that, he said that at college, nobody knows him, and nobody but a few teachers who he's talked to, because he has to miss a class, knows that he's even a wrestler, which speaks volumes to how TNA exposure brings these days. And apparently, he graduates next month.
I was just going to say, dude, no one knows who he is. That's pretty bad. If he was in WWE, I'm sure everybody would know who he is. But then again, Friday afternoons at 3, people are probably in class.
Right. I do believe that's my final note for the night, by the way. Yeah, now we got another highlight package. Bob, give us the indie notes.
Oh, shit.
Let's hear it. This is perfect time. There's a highlight package.
Good fucking call, dude. Okay, November 13th, Frankie Kazarian lost the Pro Wrestling Guerrilla Championship to Super Dragon at a show called Free Admission, and then in parentheses, just kidding.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
And then, let's see what Sonjay Dutt has done here. Okay, on November 14th, Sonjay Dutt retained the Combat Zone Wrestling Junior Heavyweight Championship in a 3-way when he defeated Jimmy Rave and M-Dog 20 at CZW's Night of Infamy 3 at the ECW Arena. And then I'm pretty sure that Sonny Siaki did absolutely fucking nothing because he never does anything. Or at least he usually doesn't. Let's see.
We're back from commercial, by the way, and we've already missed about 2.5 minutes of this match, apparently.
Yeah. That sucks. Siaki hammered away on Kid Kash, former X Division champion.
Wait. They said that during the off-air time, Kid Kash used the coconut on Sonny Siaki. The ref saw it and has restarted the match. That's why we're 3 minutes in.
Wait a minute. He used it on Siaki?
Yeah, and the ref saw, so he restarted the match.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. You're telling me that the Siaki wouldn't have sold the coconut shot for longer than what he did? I think they made that up. I mean, he's got the coconut right there, but I don't think he actually... Well, now he hit him.
He just said he could catch Siaki again. Here's the cover. 3. Wow. Okay. That match was nothing.
So did they just...
Wait, why is Shark Boy out here?
Bro, did they just tell the finish before we saw it?
No, he said again. And see, they're saying we got to restart it again. Shark Boy just slammed Michael Shane.
What is going on?
Referee's distracted with JB.
Borash, it's like, I don't know what to tell you.
A 3-way top rope situation. Look at Hector Garza wasn't ready, so he just did a splash into the tornado.
Yeah.
Tornado. Oh shit! Here's Jarrett. Oh wait, now what I'm gonna say about this right now: Kings of Wrestling beating up X Division guys, Dutt, Hector Garza, and Shark Boy. What I'm gonna say is this makes a lot more sense than beating up your top baby faces. I feel like make them look strong. Jarrett has to go Kings of Wrestling, and then he does the stroke. Here's the Edge.
Sharp
And then here comes
down.
the jackknife.
Jackknife. See you later.
What I like about the jackknife is it looks very unhinged, but they never get hurt. Like they land pretty good, but it looks like so chaotic because he's just like blah.
Do you think we'll get a Hall Jarrett Nash 6-man on TV
I feel like
before
they
the
have
pay per view?
to. Nah.
Not before the pay per view, right? There's no way.
Yep. Wait, here's Jeff Hardy.
Was Jeff Hardy in the limo? I swear to God.
Jeff Hardy and AJ Styles. Wait, they're waiting.
Okay, they're waiting for somebody. It's not gonna be Macho.
Love Jeff Hardy's weird pants.
Who's it gonna be?
They're pointing.
Who is it?
Oh my!
That's Macho
God.
Man's music.
Holy shit!
I never knew that he was on Impact.
Limo number 3.
What the hell? He wasn't left bloody this time, folks.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. What? He's got his long trench coat on. Oh, shit. Jarrett's in the ring. Other guy's left.
No.
Lays in a punch on Jarrett.
He bails.
He's got the microphone. All 6 guys tag team match from hell at Turning Point. And he does his oh yeah. Give us one, Bob. Give us an oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Literally sounded exactly like that on the show. So he just announced it is Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, and Randy Savage versus Jeff Jarrett, Kevin Nash, and Scott Hall at Turning Point.
Michael Shane and Cash
Yeah.
because they're just standing on the other end, behind them on the ramp there.
A dream 6-man tag, they're saying.
Are we ending this on a video package?
Because we're at 46 minutes and 6 seconds. So we have another 3.5 minutes left of
I have a
potentially
feeling
video
that
package.
it's just a Turning Point promotion.
Right, so we can talk about the show over this as it's
I would have to think so, yeah. Because they said that match was the main event.
Right. I don't think the matches were super great during that show, but I had a lot of fun. So I liked it. Thumbs up.
I feel like this was the show that you wanted in terms
Yes.
of creating or advancing things.
This is
We
what I
have-
wanted, the after Victory Road.
Yeah, so we have quite a few things announced here. We have the 6-man tag, Williams and Sabin, the cage match with AMW and Triple X,
And very heavily hinting at Abyss and Monty Brown.
Abyss and Monty Brown, and then also DDP Raven.
DDP Raven, yeah.
I mean,
Whoa.
that's a strong vibe. I mean, come on.
Yeah, dude.
I would
that's-
assume Cash and Dutt, whether it be
It
singles
has
or
to be. It
it's
has to
a
be.
6-man tag or something, but
Wow.
yeah, no, I mean, I think
Um,
Turning Point's shaping up to have a pretty interesting card, strong card.
I'd say so, man. And there's since the tag team match is a cage match, it's got a mega stipulation.
Right.
The only thing right now that I am questioning is our tag team champions are apparently injured. Are their titles going to be on the line? And sorry, I was just looking because they were talking about Sting and showing Sting footage, which is heavily insinuating that Sting is going to show up.
It's like teasing, yeah.
And right now we don't have a heavyweight title match. So that is the only downfall I'm seeing right now at Turning Point. 2 titles of your 3 are not on the line.
Right. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe Three Life Crew would lose the titles in a rematch to like Team Canada or something, and then AMW win the titles from them, and then that's how you set up your eventual Hall and Nash against AMW.
How do you not give us Hall and Nash versus America's Most Wanted?
Yeah, I mean, you have to.
I mean, they saying that 6-man is a dream match. No, it is not a dream match. I want to see America's Most Wanted versus the Outsiders.
I do too. I don't think I've ever sat and been like, wow, I really wish I could see Randy Savage team up with AJ Styles and Jeff Hardy, Jarrett, Hall and Nash.
No,
I mean,
dude,
that just sounds like
no.
a dream match to me.
It's silly.
But then, like, if I saw Hall and Nash come in here, I'd be like, oh, Hall and Nash and AMW, that could be.
Look, that's a different camera angle of the Red Attack. They're showing us everything again. Literally what we just saw.
Well, you know, we have short memories here in the wrestling world.
There's still 30 seconds left, guys, of literally what we just saw. I'm telling you. Tag team match from hell.
I feel like you just said hell just to add to it.
Well, because it sounds cooler, doesn't it?
Yeah. Tag team match from hell. Oh, what does that mean? It's just a tag team match.
It's just a tag team match.
But from hell. Yeah. No, I mean, I think that, like you said, the action-wise left a lot to be desired, but when you have an hour show and you're trying to promote, I would probably say 8 to 9 pay-per-view matches. I mean, you have to sacrifice probably some weeks. So.
Right. So that's kind of where I am at. I liked it. That was the kind of show I wanted. And that if that was the show after Victory Road, I would have said, dude, this is perfect. Like, we did it. But I liked it. I mean, we're progressing stuff. I don't think we're going to see, the more I'm thinking about it, I don't think we're going to see Nash and Hall in the ring before Victory Road. I think that's another draw. Is like they're going to wrestle on. Which you know what? It makes sense. I get why that's the case.
Yeah, you absolutely have to hold off on them in the ring until the pay-per-view.
Yeah,
and then the first showing, and then after the pay-per-view, you can have them on TV. But that first time, like that's, like you said, that's got to be considered like a draw. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, man, it's 2 weeks away. We have two more episodes of Impact
already,
and then it's Turning Point, which is another one of those shows, man. That is like, I'm ready. I'm just ready to get there. And it's funny because I think it was it last week at the beginning of this show? I'm losing track, but Alvarez is like, they need to make sure that they don't have any bad shows. Well, they're freaking stacking it up real good again. They did it on the first one, and they're doing it again. So far, so good, if that's really how you're going to look at it.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. So, like we said, like the 5 matches or so that they've announced for Turning Point, I think is pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I hope that at some point we can see Hall and Nash against AMW, because that would be fun.
Me too.
Who knows? All right, Dallas, you got anything else for this week's episode?
No, man, that wraps it up. I'm ready to get out of here. We're almost at Turning Point. I have no jokes. I can't say we're getting off the exit at Turning Point like we did for Victory Road. It's not as fun.
No.
So, no, I don't.
All right. Well, we will be back for the November 23rd edition of Impact next week. Until then, for Dallas Gridley, I am Bob Colling Jr., and this has been the TNA Across the Line podcast.